David Garofalo of the Cigar Authority. You're listening to the Leaf and Ash Podcast, the cigar podcast that I listen to.
What's going on, guys? Surprise, surprise. Pop-up Fridays. You just never know when the Leaf and Ash is just going to pop up and say, what up, baby? What's going on, guys? Well, as you guys know, it's myself and the baby. Let's go. And, of course, I got my two compadres with me, and we have the third. He should be here momentarily. But as you can see, the guy in the top over here, no other than that he likes to be called now Carmen's favorite, the Bougie Don himself. What up, Bougie boy?
What's going on? What's going on? Happy Friday. The end of the week, baby.
Yeah, man. Yo, yeah.
So, some of us that work, that Friday means something, but you know.
Wow, it's too early. Let me get a sip of my drink first, man, before the jabs start coming in. You guys, you know this man up here, the one finger pecker sensation as always, JJ, aka Cigar Mo. What up, dog?
What's up, you beautiful people? And Rob, if you're out there, I seen you talking that stuff the other day.
Oh, yeah.
I got you, buddy. Just wait. October, I'm rolling that bag.
That's hilarious.
Got you.
Oh, man. What's up, Pedro? We got Hayes Gray in the house. We got Wig Wag Workshop in the house. What's going on? What are you guys on sipping on? What are you smoking on, Donnie boy?
So I'm sipping on some Hibiki.
Oh, okay.
I sad day, man. I got one more pour left after this one of that Hibiki. Sad day. And I am smoking a house blend from one of our sponsors, the Cigar Vault Oakdale. Their Sumatra house blend.
Oh, nice.
So.
Real nice. What's up, Kurt? Kurt in the house, the cigar piper himself. What's going on?
What's up, buddy?
JJ, what are you sipping on? What are you smoking on, my brother?
I'm sipping on some 1792 small batch. You know, it's a favorite of ours. It's very good. And I've happened to find, of course, they're hard for me to find, but a black label Last Rites.
There you go.
And especially this cigar, it's good in all sizes, but I like this cigar in a Robusto. It's a little more compact, a little more of a punch.
A little robust. A little robust.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, your boy Band is pretty much trying to finish up this Basil Hayden, you know, the malted rye. And of course, I have it on my his and hers. I don't care what Donnie Boy says. And I'm pairing it up with, I'm trying to finish up the CAO Pilon Anejo.
Very underrated cigar.
It is. This cigar is extremely underrated. And as you can see, our Waldo, who's just got crust in his eyes, just waking up, got that beauty sleep, looking all dapper and stuff. What up there, PC?
Man, I'm clean and ashy, baby.
Ooh, what do you got? Anything to drink? What are you sipping on? What are you smoking?
Man, I'm sipping on just some beef. And I got this one for you, baby.
Oh, the Ruination 10th
Yeah, 10th anniversary, man. It just felt like one of those kind of evenings where I just wanted to fire that one up, man. I could have fired the H up and up, but you know.
And that's a sneaky strong smoke. That one will sit you back in your chair a little bit.
Yeah,
that's what I want.
Yeah, wake
at
you
the
up.
end of the night, at the end of the night, I plan on jumping into some Elijah Craig or some what is it? The some type of bourbon. Uncle Nearest. Thank you, the secretary.
Listen, that Uncle Nearest will sneak up on you. It's that 1876, man. That bad boy ain't no joke. What's up, Tony? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, you know, it's funny. When I was at the shop last a few weeks ago, a little bit more than that, I'm like, hey, James, man, you know, I call him Milk Dud. I'm like, yo, Milk Dud, man, what you got in your locker? He's like, so Uncle Nearest. I'm like, no way. I'm like, dude, you got to hook it up. Of course, he hooked it up. And that Uncle Nearest just sneak up on you, man. you don't watch yourself. That bottle that I got that one time, man, it put me on flat on my butt. Well, I started slurring my speech after like the third or fourth class. And yeah, you've had one too many where you can hear yourself slur. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When other people tell you it's whatever, but when you hear yourself, you're like, yeah, okay, it's time to call it a night.
Or when you start singing it in another man's garage, that you've had one too many.
Yeah, and that was after we killed more than a half a bottle of Elmer T. Lee.
Elmer T. Lee could have put a foot in my ass.
See, I want to know what was happening the night that a Puerto Rican man was singing a country song in a Mexican restaurant in Texas.
Who was that?
A New York Rican.
Yeah. Who was that?
That might have been after some Four Roses small batch. I don't know.
Yeah,
a few small Four Roses, a few. And that was the day we went to Clint Momentous Cigars Lounge, and and I went, and it's crazy because I ended up buying that monstrosity, that liter, you know what I mean? And of course, offered it to anybody that wanted some at the lounge, and I didn't have that much to eat. There seems to be a pattern here, though. There seems to be a pattern. Your boy Panda got to make sure he eats before he starts downing them. But it was a great time, and I believe there's some video on that I don't really care for anybody to really see, but it's all good if it happens,
Oh, there's definitely video.
Yeah, I know.
there's most definitely video.
Oh, there it is, JJ. There it is. Look at there. He showed up.
See, I'm telling you, I'm a roller. I'm telling you what, October, I'm rolling him.
Oh man, that's hilarious. So, guys, as you know, your boy Panda, he's going back to work on light duty next week. He's starting up. Yeah, listen, there's something to it. Your boy, still has some. He's still dealing with some complications, but got some good news, and it's good news for the most part. I don't have to worry about anything really, really crazy, but your boy Panda might have another procedure down the road, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Nuts, man.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. Right now I'm just trying to get everything, in order. Look at this. He come in just hot. Just comes in hot.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. So you guys got anything planned for the weekend?
I have.
You looking at it?
We didn't have my son on his birthday, so tomorrow on Saturday we're going to go to Joplin and have some fun with him. Let him pick out some stuff. And
how old is he going to be?
He's 13. And that gives me a good time to spend with the family this weekend, since I'll be gone for a week next week. So
nice. Yeah. Here he goes. Pedro, good Hayes Gray team at Cordova Cigar Lounge here in town for a smoke. Nice. I mean, and let me tell you, we're definitely gonna be Evan Williams of this small batch. If not, you need to try it.
I haven't had that.
I think JJ might have a bottle somewhere. You can see it.
Yeah, dude.
You mean that bottle there?
You cannot beat this for the price.
Working tomorrow for me. Working tomorrow for me at the golf course.
I'd put it in the same category as the 1792 as far as the price and consistency. I mean, it's not going to blow you away, but it's good. It delivers every time you drink it.
Nice. I don't think I've ever had that at Evan Williams.
Some of those brands like Evan Williams and Wild Turkey and I probably wouldn't go get, but I got that one, the small batch because JJ said it was so good and it's fantastic. I mean, and I probably before I really got into drinking bourbon and drinking better stuff, I drank the Wild Turkey 101, and it was probably one of my go-tos of the. I don't know if bourbon has legacy brands, but of the legacy brands of bourbon, it was one of my go-tos. And then I started getting some better tasting stuff, and JJ said to get that. The rare breed. So I said, all right, I'll give it a shot. I'm a fan of Wild Turkey. And that stuff's no joke. It's good.
Yeah, dude, that rare breed is very good. And the 101 it's absolutely delicious, just the same, right? It's got a nice bite to it, you know, nice little, and it's a sipper, right? It's one of those you want to sip and enjoy and just relax and just be able to just.
And the funny thing is, you know, back in the day, you get this 101, you're like, oh, that's high proof, man. That's high proof 101. And nowadays we're drinking 120, 116, you know, like, and you know, 101's like, whatever. That's a daily sipper, you know.
And some of the stuff you
like JJ said, put some hair in your peaches.
I'm telling you, you know, and a lot of the times too, if I know I'm gonna have a couple old fashions at home, I just buy a bottle of this. Just keep it as well whiskey. I mean, it makes a good old fashioned, and you know, it's like $17 for this bottle.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes
Evan
a
Williams.
good fashion.
And that's the thing. A lot of times I stayed away from that stuff because of the old reputation and what I've seen it do to the older gentlemen in our communities when we were kids.
I guarantee my uncles on both sides were fist fighting many men.
Exactly.
In the 80s, drunk off Evan Williams or Black Velvet from the plastic bottle.
Oh man, but it is therapy with a cigar. Facts. That is facts.
Yep.
Yeah. No heard from Mish. Yeah, we received some pictures. Matter of fact, let me see if I can pull him up. He looking all dapper, man. He went out there to represent the TPA, man. Let me see if I can find these real quick.
I can't believe it's not butter.
He was having audience with the president of Honduras today, wasn't he?
Yeah. Oh, and
that's pretty impressive.
It is. Let's see if I can find it real quick because he was looking all dapper, man. Let me see. Oh, let me see. Look at this. Look at that, boy.
Look at that.
Oh man.
I know. And then that was at the president's home residence and stuff like that. You know, he there, and then where's the other one? Oh, there's the president, and he gave the. It's funny because he almost looks like an avatar. He doesn't even look. He's like.
I like JJ's glass. Thank you, Tony.
Man, let me see if I can find the other. Yeah, so he's having a blast out there. You know what I mean? And then later on that earlier today, he was, you know. So he's out there representing. He seems to be enjoying himself, and I'm sure somebody be out there probably videoing so we could get some of it. So, I can't remember when is it that he gets back. I don't know if it's Sunday or Monday that he gets back. I know that if he gets back Sunday, I know he's definitely gonna have a lot to talk about on his podcast on Monday. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, listen, you know. He's trying to grow the TPA, and obviously they've taken a lot of interest in the TPA and him, you know, and the organization as a whole. So it's you know, never know. The TPA is trying to go international. I know he has a few followers, obviously from Europe and stuff like that.
Right.
You know, but yeah, I mean, we'll see where it ends up taking the TPA. You never know. We might end up having the TPA Smoke Fest. You know, across the way. Now
that'd be crazy.
You know, that it might, I mean, it could be Honduras, you know, Honduras, it could be Nicaragua, you know, but I know he's making some connections out there in Honduras, you know, and I know they're gonna be I know they talked a lot, or they were going to talk a lot about the organization and his factories that he has in DR. So. Yeah, we'll see. You know, all we can do is cross our fingers and and hope that it ends up growing. You know. So JJ, I know you got a big weekend or week coming up, right?
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I've been prepping for it for most of the day. It's going to be a Dallas, Texas, and surrounding area sales run all next week. Going down to the.
You're going to Texas.
I'm telling you.
So you hitting Dallas first?
Yeah, I'm gonna hit Dallas first. Yep, there'll be Dallas, then Addison and Frisco. Then I'm gonna hit Grapevine, Fort Worth, and then Arlington.
Oh damn!
And then once I'm done with that week, I'll come back for a little bit and
What's her name? Shops in Dallas. Name is escaping me right now. In Mesquite.
Rodelia.
Rodelia, yeah.
Okay.
Oh man, you gotta look her up.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. She's in the Dallas area. Mesquite, Texas, which is in the Dallas Fort Worth area.
Okay. Absolutely.
Yeah, it might be worth a stop.
I'll come back for a while, and then I'll hit down more towards the Houston, towards Dawn's stopping grounds, and
Houston.
yeah, dude.
Make sure you stop by the Cowboy Stadium and holler at Jerry for me.
Oh my Lord. Lord.
You mean laugh at Jerry? I mean, yeah, holler at Jerry.
Hey, JJ, you know what? You might be able to get signed up by the Cowboys, man. They need a couple of linemen.
I'm telling you right now, I don't know. I don't know. I got maybe 2 plays in me, and I'm done. If they don't snap my spine, the first play, I'll go back out there because, hey, even if it's just I'll do it for a $200,000 contract. That's all right.
For real.
For 2-3 plays.
Oh man.
If we can sign Von Miller, we can sign you, JJ.
Von Miller, where they find him? The geriatric center?
I mean, like, he was they got him off that shuffleboard court.
I mean, I could be I think I could probably be a long snapper for, a game or two, but other than that, yeah, them boys are big.
I'll tell you what, those long snappers now, man, those guys got it made.
Yeah. Oh,
those guys, they used to get their head bashed in, but now you can't touch them.
Yeah, I'm saying, yeah.
You can't touch them until after they have to be able to snap the ball and get their head up before you can touch them.
That's insane.
And those guys they make, at least the NFL minimum,
Which is a very large
crazy.
Dallas best sign, Pat says. What's up, Pat? Quentin Williams. I remember they also signed Dak. Hey, can you hear how hard he's laughing? Dude, we spoke about that last year, right? And I voiced my opinion when they re-signed Dak for that ridiculous amount of money. Hey, listen, more exactly. Give credit to his agent, right?
Yeah.
Because between him and who was the other one that they gave the money to? Lamb? Was it Lamb?
CD?
They gave all that damn money. I'd say I would have sat Dak, sold him, got rid of him, and taken out, for the season and just go out there and scout, man. Just wait. Just wait.
It's funny. Payne and I were talking before we got on here, and we're talking about football and fantasy football drafts and all that stuff, and we're like, man, I've done no research. It's so funny for me because me and PC have this battle going back and forth. He's a Cowboys fan. I'm an Eagles fan. I said I focus more on I focus more on making fun of the Cowboys this year than I have on I don't even know who's playing for the Eagles this year. Like,
I have looked into the zero amount. I have no idea. I don't know even what the depth chart even
I'm under the impression that you have your own team creating memes for the Dallas Cowboys.
Dude, there are a lot. There are a lot of memes of the Cowboys.
That is amazing, man, to have one team that everybody's going against.
Well, listen, I like it only because it keeps the spotlight up for my Jets. I'm just saying,
PC, and I'll say this for you. You're a realistic fan. Like I've never heard you say we're going to the Super Bowl this year, but Dallas Cowboys fan, every year they're in the last 20 years they've been terrible, and every year, well, this is our year, we're going to the Super. It's like, guys, be realistic. When the Eagles were bad, I was as realistic about the Eagles being bad as and my dad's on here. He'll tell you there was years, he had season tickets back in the day, and they would go there just to boo them for 60 minutes, and but sometimes Cowboys fans, and I'm not taking a shot at Panda, I'm really not, but that's dirty. That is dirty.
Oh my Lord.
That's all right. I know how to fix. I know how to fix him. I need to make a phone call to his wife.
That's dirty.
Man.
But Cowboys fans are, and I'll give them credit. They're ever optimistic. But like sometimes you got to be a realist and say, yeah, we just ain't that good right now, you know. And you know, the couple of years that they were decent and you know, they just still couldn't do anything in the playoffs. And you know, I don't know. You know,
yeah, Tony's saying, just think it's funny that Cowboys paid him and Lamb because of numbers. They should have said and tell me what your number are in the Super Bowl. I believe it's a big 0. And you know the crazy part about it is like he's almost like the engine that wanted but couldn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think I can. Yeah, no. And every year they make it to the playoffs, and I don't know what it is about that dude that he just does not fall. I mean, he chokes almost every time.
Because when he wakes up, Dak is nice to watch. When Dak wants to play ball, Dak can play.
Oh yeah.
But it's never for very long.
But that's the thing, though. The season is so long. You gotta know how to manage your energy throughout the season, and ramp it back up when when the playoffs come up. I mean, you got to know when to play, man. Okay, we know we're coming up against these 3 teams. We got to be mentally prepared, man. We got to go if we want that chip.
I'll tell you what.
And you don't see that in a lot of the teams, you know, preserving themselves. Win the games, but win them at where you leave something left in your tank at the end of the year, man.
And I'll tell you what. My second team, because I live here in Houston, is the Texans. You know, and we got a chance to go out to spring training or practice one night a couple weeks ago, a week and a half ago or so. And I'm tell you what, that Texans defense is no joke. I don't know what their offense is going to have. You know, they're getting Tank Dell back this year. You know, they got Nico Collins. That Woody Marks is showing good in the preseason. I don't know what their offense is going to be, but their defense is no joke, man. They got a solid defense. So we'll see how well that drives them.
Listen, I would love to see what Josh Allen's going to do this year. You know, I think you want to talk about a good captain, good head on his shoulders, know how to play, know how to read a defense, willing to grind it out, and he gets so close, and either injuries pop up or just things just don't go their way, and
unfortunately for Josh, I feel like the window's closing.
Yeah, no, without a doubt. It's definitely closing. I give him maybe 2 more seasons, this season and next. And if he doesn't make anything of it, he's going to be another one in the record books that could have, would have, and should have, but never did. You know what I mean?
Well, and I'll tell you, a lot of these teams make, I think, the mistake. I'm an insurance guy, so far be it to take my word, but these teams make this big mistake, and they pay like the Cowboys paying Dak and CD and the Chiefs even, with Mahomes and Kelsey and all, they're paying these guys. But the formula that the Eagles used to get to the Super Bowl was linemen. Like, they had the best line in the NFL. And when you keep your quarterback clean, I would venture to say most guys in the NFL, if you keep them clean, they're going to pick you apart. The thing comes in when that quarterback's got to scramble and do it. Now Mahomes is better at it than a lot, and Josh Allen's good at it, but you got to keep that guy clean, man. You got to keep him clean. So these teams that aren't investing in their offensive lines, and even defensive lines, I think they're making a mistake. But who am I?
Well, you look at Matthew Stafford, man. When he was with the Lions, you could see the talent, you can see the time dwindling down, and you might not want Josh Allen to stay with Buffalo, man. He may need to go to another team, and actually that fits him, because you look at with Matthew Stafford when he went to the Rams, look where they ended up. They ended up winning the chip, man. So Matthew Stafford proved his worth, Yep.
Well, I think the quarterback, it has to fit. The program has to fit, right?
Right.
Because we've seen a lot of that happen with the Jets quarterback, right? How many quarterbacks that started with the Jets?
How many number 1 picks have they had?
Right, and then they leave and they do well. Not great, but they do a lot better than when they're with the Jets. But going back to your point, Don, in regards to not having an offensive line, that's been the Jets' biggest problems for years. That they get these quarterbacks and they have nobody to protect them.
No.
You know what I mean? So and it's just and as a as a fan, it does get frustrating. And then when you have quarterbacks like Fields that loves to babysit and molest the ball and hold the ball everywhere he goes and not get rid of it, and that line's there to protect him, he's gonna get sacked or he's gonna end up cause a lot of forced plays.
Dude.
And I'll go back to when the Texans first came into existence in 2001.
Right.
Their number one their first pick ever was David Carr, and he was a good quarterback, but he ran for his life for the first 3 or 4 years of his career, and he got gun shy, man. He was looking, he dropped back. He was looking for the defensive end before he was looking for the receiver, because he knew that guy was coming, and it just kind of ruined him.
Who's the other? Oh my God, I'm drawing a blank. He was with Seattle before Geno came in. That like 90% of the plays was the quarterback running.
Russell Wilson.
You want to talk about a horrible team for him? When 90% of your running game consists of your quarterback doing 90% of the run, there's a problem.
Dude.
There's a problem.
Yeah.
And it caused massive injuries.
The line is your biggest should be your biggest expense. The big
it should be your biggest asset.
It's like Kansas City. It'd be nice if they could find a offensive tackle who doesn't try to because they have to account now. The outside the edge rushers are too fast.
Yeah.
So they anticipate the count. They're going off, but whatever the hell his name, he's so bad I forgot his name. How many penalties did we get last year for him being offsides? Him jumping the count. And now with Mahomes with a bummed leg. Boy.
Well, and that's what I was going to just bring up right now. I'm curious to see how Mahomes is going to, especially if he doesn't have a line to protect him, with the injury that he sustained towards the end of last year, and mind you, he had fresh legs. He was that guy that created these ridiculous miracle passes from the run, so I'm curious if he's still going to have that and how well he takes a hit. You know what I mean?
Well, you talk about your offensive linemen, and everybody spending money on quarterbacks, wide receivers, and special positions. The bulk of your money should go to your linemen, and then quarterbacks, wide receivers, running backs, and anything else after that, special teams.
Yeah, but you want your wheels to turn, you got to have a good engine.
But you look at
when I was out at the Texas thing, they have a guy that they signed this year, Trent Brown. He might be the largest human being I've ever seen. Mm-hmm. When he was standing with the linemen, you just started laughing. He's got to be, I don't know his stats off the top of my head, but he's got to be 6'7", 6'8", and he's got to go 360, 365, something like. I mean, he's the largest human I've ever seen, and I was just laughing looking at him. He was standing with the linemen, and you ever seen that, like the little league picture where that one kid grew faster than everybody else? Yeah. That's what it looked like. I was sitting there laughing,
Yeah. But there was one quarterback that took care of his linemen, even though the lineman wasn't making money, and it's a team out of Florida. And Dan Marino used to do little things. Peyton Manning used to do little things for it because he knew. And you think about it, their careers consisted of sitting in the pocket. Dan Marino wasn't a runner. Peyton wasn't really a runner. So they're pocket quarterbacks, and they took care of their linemen, man.
Yeah.
But listen, look at the old, Patriots, right? When Brady was there, right? What was their game, right? What did they do? They ended up picking up a lot of veterans, right? And let me tell you something, what a concept, right? You would think, and this is something that I said that the Cowboys should have done, right? Go out there and start looking for these veterans that are close to the end of their careers. They still got a little bit, gas in their tank, but they could help you until you're able to find that one or two for the replacement that could be your full-time starters and future stars, right? So, I mean, I think for whatever reason, no one has taken up on that concept, especially when you're hurting. And not only that, it's a good way to save money. It's a good way to save money for the future, So we'll see what happens this season. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. For football to start, of course, like fantasy football is already kicking in, and and so it's gonna be interesting. They built a line with people like Mac and Matt, They were draft picks, right? But there's some truth to that, though, right? But look at the strategy. They always found one or two linemen that are going to be able to hold the line to give Brady enough time to throw that ball.
I don't know if you ever listened, Pats, to any of the podcasts that Matt Light's been on. That dude is a hoot. That dude is a trip. Some of the he's talking about some of the pranks and stuff that they did in that locker room, and so, like one day before practice, he went out hunting. He went with his rifle on the Patriots, like their practice grounds. They had some woods out in the back. He's out there hunting. He said Bill Belichick called him and was like, "What the hell are you doing?"
No. Hey, Donnie boy, let's see what Pop's got to say. Back in the day, the Eagles had a quarterback. I can't remember his name, but he used to say a lineman out if he got tackled. Oh, that's But think about it. Think about football back in that era, way back, like the 60s. How dirty were they? Even in the 90s, right? With Lawrence Taylor, and all them. Lawrence Taylor, have you ever seen his documentary of him talking about how he used to send prostitutes, to the opposing team?
Pat, be careful now. Don't be talking about my boy Donovan. Don't be talking about him. No, that's my boy.
Was that? What happened? What
McNabb.
Oh, was it McNabb? Wow.
I think that's why he put that.
My son's name is Donovan, so that was my boy.
But yeah, it's like I said, the game has changed. Listen, think about it. Every sport that we know back when we started watching it has changed drastically, right? Many rules now. I mean, you can't, you could barely touch the damn quarterback now. If you win them, it's a softer game.
And think about too, running backs are an expendable commodity now. Running back, they're not these guys. When you got the Barry Sanders and the Emmitt Smiths and those guys that were the face of the league, and now they're just expendable commodities now. There's no fullbacks in the game anymore. There's no
and that makes
it's a different game.
No Mike Allstott.
Yeah,
I was about to say that. We need that brute. We need that back, and I wish we could get back to that, but we probably never will.
Yeah.
Well, I think the greatest show on turf ruined that with that spread out offense and those wide receivers getting downfield, man.
Yeah.
And so they figured, hey, we can open up the offense. We can throw in a running play every once in a while and hope that the running back do his thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's almost kind of a I know it's revamped, but it's almost kind of like the old run and shoot,
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. The quick pass out to the side and a draw play every now and again to keep the defense honest,
Well, I'll tell you this. When I played college football, I had a fullback, right? The first time we changed our offense up without the fullback, I was like, I'm back here.
Yeah.
I have no protection.
Yeah, things have drastically changed over the years, and to me, some good, some bad. Like I don't understand the kickoff. Like you can't move. You know what I mean? Until it's just so weird. The rules have drastically changed. Man.
Oh yeah.
But if you notice, it's not as exciting to see a kickoff anymore.
Yeah.
When everybody was running down the field, that guy catch the ball, everybody get to moving. You don't see people breaking 80, 90-yard kickoffs. You don't see it.
Dude, I remember my freshman year of football, we went to the first round playoffs and played a team here called Tonkawa. It was the first time I, as a defensive lineman, played against a Maryland I offense. And as a defensive end, you have a fullback and two halfbacks with pulling guards. What are you supposed to do? You have half the line coming at you. I mean, it was absolutely, we did not know how to break that defense down or that offense down. Never seen anything like that. And, and they won state 20 times since then. It's a very old school offense, but it absolutely works.
And then you can use the fullback to run a veer offense at the same time. You can run all kinds of waggles. You can dump it off to
you
the
waggle? You said waggle?
Dude,
waggle.
Don't you just say waggle?
12 and
15
was our our plays back in the day in pitcher. Our 12 and 13 veer run game was pretty tough. But yeah, I seen that. Like I said, I seen that offense, and I'm just like, what is this? And it was incredible to see. I mean, it was. You know, you just got to get a couple Bronc busters in there to try to knock some of them boys out of the way so somebody can get in there. But
well, talking about Gronk, right? Think about it, right? The tight end position has drastically changed over the years.
yeah,
You know, now the tight end is now more like a receiver more than anything.
Right.
Thanks to Shannon Sharp.
But I'm just saying.
and like I said again, and when I was in school, they were just another lineman.
Yeah.
They never went out for a pass.
Hey, JJ, do me a favor, man. Your mic sounds super low. I don't know if it's me. Is it me or?
No, he's a little low to me also.
Oh, okay. It's just good. So, actually, you know what? Let's run that sponsorship real quick.
Yep.
And we'll get to it. Well, let's go. We got some new ones coming too.
The ultimate luxury travel case, the Tuber Gordo Alumin, is the cigar enthusiast's choice for business, special occasions, and gifting. Crafted from aircraft-grade anodized aluminum, it matches lightweight portability with durable crush-proof and waterproof protection to preserve your best cigars wherever you go. Technologically advanced but simple to use, Tuber's precision airtight sealing system is activated with a push. Enjoy freshness and flavor up to 3 times longer than conventional cigar cases. The Tuber Gordo Alumin is finished with a premium ergonomic design and presented in a gifting box with a velvet carrying bag included. It is the perfect present for weddings, Father's Day, executive gifts, or travel abroad. Shop now at tuberstorage.com.
I'm telling you guys, is this better?
Yeah.
Much better.
Yeah, it's that dang button down here again. I always hit it and it turns my mic way down low. This isn't too much though, is it?
I told you it's not.
No, it's perfect.
Perfect.
Buttons, man.
You guys are gonna love those. So they actually should be there within tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay,
Nice.
cool.
Nice.
Well, I want to give a shout out to our newest sponsor, brought to you by none other than the Mutt JJ, Big Sky.
Yes.
We'll be doing some giveaways. We'll be doing some. JJ, you want to kind of go into what we're doing there?
That sexiness. Anybody ready for all that?
Yeah, I'll grab one out of the door real quick. And
Look at this guy.
Look at there.
Baby.
River City Life Pack, man. Blackfoot, the Bitterroot, the Bighorn, the Yellowstone, and the Madison.
That's big.
We're gonna have we'll give one of these away a month for 12 months.
Nice.
Yeah, super excited. You know, if you have never tried Big Sky, here's your introduction. And if you happen to like them or love them, go bug your brick and mortar and get back with us.
Yes, sir.
And if not, we know a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we might know a guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Very gracious on that.
Oh,
Very thankful for that one.
No, most definitely. Thank you to Big Sky for that.
Oh, man. So, guys, the TPA is right around the corner, man.
6 weeks, right? I mean,
Yep.
5 weeks.
5 weeks. 5 weeks.
The Leaf and Ash podcast. He's a relative of ours, and he's freaking huge. Oh,
Talking about Tristan Wirfs. Yeah.
yeah. Dude, what, we got a month and a half?
Yeah, like 5.5 weeks or 5. Yeah, no, 5 weeks. I think today.
5 weeks.
That is absolutely insane. I'm excited. I'm trying to find. There we go.
Dude, just seeing everybody again and finally getting to meet the others that especially that I haven't met. The bottles people be bringing, the cigars will be exchanging. It's gonna be a freaking time now, dude.
Yeah.
All I say is, if y'all show up, y'all might want to look for this tent. Just saying.
What's up?
What? Oh, it ain't a beautiful thing to have your own podcast. You can promote our own shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yo.
Memento's in the house.
In the house. What's
Hey.
up, baby?
I want to set up a time to set and talk with that man when I go to Houston.
Yes, hell yeah. We got to get Clint on here.
I would love to have Clint on here.
No doubt.
You know, we now that we're on Tuesdays, I don't know how Tuesdays works out for him, but you know, we got a couple of things we're working on because next week, this coming week, don't we have somebody, JJ?
Yeah, Oliver Naveau from United Cigars.
Nice.
Yeah, I saw they did a collaboration with Aganosa.
Yeah.
And the Lunatic. I saw that today. I saw Terrence Riley with one of the Lunatic cigar, and they had the United Cigar band underneath it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. And Tuesdays is perfect. Please come to the H.
Looking forward to it, Clint.
Actually, JJ, look at that. Tell him he missed that talk that you said.
Yeah, you know, this next coming week I'm doing a Dallas and surrounding run, and then it should be a week, either probably 2 weeks after that run I'll be down in Houston and doing that area, and yeah, I'd love to finally come down and meet you and talk cigars and pick your brain a little bit.
Oh heck yeah, man! Yeah, Clint. You know, it's funny because I shared this, you know, on last week Monday when I was on the spotlight with Angel and Greg on their podcast. And it's funny because they asked me, you know, who's the one guy that I respect in the industry that, you know, whether it's a promoter or whatever. And it is funny how I didn't even mention his name, but all I said was, this guy is one dapper looking, you know, I keep on saying kid, but he's a young man, you know, and I had to give, you know, kudos and respect to our boy Clint. And that was the guy that I said, you know what?
It wasn't me.
You were second.
Oh, okay.
So you may have been first.
I know I was last, and who would you get rid of? But you know.
That's first of all, see, I knew Angel was going to stir stuff up, but each and one of you had a special moment in part of it. But go ahead, JJ, I'm sorry.
And ever since that day, Don's been kind of different.
A little bitter, right? A little bitter. I'm just saying. I mean,
look at this.
Delicious, baby. Hey, Don, invite me down when JJ comes. I want to meet the famous Mud.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yes, sir. Awesome. Yes, sir.
Oh, man. So.
Oh, man. You know, I still have the one that Guy Fieri handed me at PCA. What was it? 2024? Is that what I call it?
Yeah.
And I want to smoke it, but it's one of those things. I get that, you know, that little, you know, that was handed to me by this guy, and I don't want to smoke it, but
I would love to know in JJ's humidor how many cigars he has that he's like, I can't smoke that. I can't smoke that. I can't smoke that. I can't smoke that.
A lot.
I want to. There's got to be a lot of them in there.
You know, and that's why I think it seems like I have as many cigars as you guys might think, because there's some of them. They're just. I just smoked one of those West Tampa Reds from the first batch we ever bought in Tampa.
That's crazy.
You also had the San Placencia too from Tampa.
I still have 8 out of that box of 10.
Really?
And I've had them for over 2 years now. Yeah.
Yeah. Golly, bro.
Yeah. You know, and it's just going to be like the cigars that Oliver sent us, you know, like the Red Anchor and the, what's that other one called? It's a big.
Atabey.
Atabey. I probably will never smoke that Atabey. It'll be a real special occasion.
No, it's.
I'm definitely going to smoke that Gold Star though. The day of it, we talked to him though.
Yeah,
I heard it too.
I normally don't do this, guys, but I got Rocco. Rocco right now is going absolutely ham on something or someone.
Take care of business, brother.
I got to tell you, man, this Sumatra from Cigar Vault Oakdale, it's their house blend. It's made by Rojas. This is a fantastic cigar.
Oh yeah.
I'm a friend of mine from here in Houston was up there, and he texted me and said, hey, you know any shops in Pittsburgh? And of course they're one of our spots. I told him to go over there. He texted me. He said this is one of the best lounges he's ever been in.
Yep.
You know, and he met Norm and the guys up there, and he brought me back a couple of he brought me back 2 Sumatras and 2 Connecticut's from their house blend from, and this is a fantastic cigar. I would absolutely buy this cigar.
Oh,
Hey,
absolutely.
JJ, if you have that advertisement, we can run that also, man.
Oh yeah, yeah. And speaking of Cigar Vault Oakdale, I'll go ahead and run that beautiful bean footage right now.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
And here we go.
Today's episode is brought to you by the Cigar Vault Oakdale, one of the premier boutique cigar lounges serving the Pittsburgh area. Located in Oakdale, Pennsylvania, the Cigar Vault isn't just a shop, it's a destination. Whether you're a seasoned smoker or just getting into the culture, they've built a space where cigars, conversation, and community come together. Inside, you'll find a carefully curated humidor packed with premium and boutique brands, plus a laid-back lounge atmosphere that makes you want to stay, light up, and connect. Open 7 days a week, they've become a go-to spot for locals and travelers alike looking for a top-tier cigar experience. So if you're anywhere near Oakdale, or just want to support a shop that truly gets cigar culture, check out the Cigar Vault Oakdale. Light one up and tell them Leaf and Ash sent you.
Tell them.
Yeah,
Leaf
dude.
sent
And,
you.
it,
Oh, shoot.
and to be honest, he was telling me too that the cigars were phenomenal, but what caught him was their coffee selection up there. He said their coffee selection was outstanding. So
Oh, you know, I got to
Yeah.
meet Norm and the gang at PCA this last year, and them dudes, they are hilarious. They are so
Yeah.
fun to be around. It's insane. I'd like to get them on here one day. I think it'd be a lot of fun with them guys.
yeah, we need to make that happen because
Yes.
Oh man.
everything all is well in the neighborhood.
Yes. Yeah. You know, and like I never, you know, like I never like yell at the dog when he's barking, because if he's barking for a reason. You know what I mean?
Right,
And I tell people all the time, if your dog is barking, go and investigate and see what they're barking about, as opposed to telling them to be quiet, right? I've been moving, need to set up my studio. Oh, man, he moved. All right. So yeah.
Well,
But-
this is very off topic. Penelope, you know Penelope. We all like Penelope.
Mhm.
Have you guys had the cigar blend from Penelope?
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
have not.
I got to have just a tiny sample of it here a couple days ago, and my oh my,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
it's gonna make its way onto the bourbon shelf.
Oh yeah. Dude. And that I tell you got to try the Dalmore cigar, right? With the Dalmore
Cigar malt. Yep.
cigar malt.
So,
That's
so
another- it's
here's a
pricey.
here's a good question. What, because this is going to show my inexperience with bourbon. What makes a cigar blend? What makes it a cigar blend? Is it the deepness of the flavor? What makes it a cigar blend?
You know, I think it's just they get with the cigar, you know, I guess the cigar guys, and they just really craft it to where it just pairs really well with I don't really know.
That's a good answer though.
I mean, to
That-
me, that's all I can think of is they get with a couple like brand owners and they try to blend a whiskey.
Because most of the cigar blends that I've tried are really, really, really good.
Mhm.
And so I was just kind of wondering what makes it a cigar blend. Is it that the flavors pair well with cigar, with the general flavor of tobacco, or is it a
Yeah, I
marketing gimmick? Or but I truly believe that some of those ones that I've tried have been really, really good and really tasty.
You know, and one of our favorite words, I think they get with a cigar blender and they curate a mash bill that goes better, or that tends to blend with the notes of a cigar. That's the only thing I could.
I mean, it's research, right? We'll figure that out. That's a good question. But listen, when I remember the first time I tried the Dalmore, just the regular Dalmore, the 12 years, absolutely freaking ridiculous, right? But then when one of the guys at the shop came in and brought the cigar malt, I was like, holy crap, man. And mind you, pay for it because it's not a cheap bottle. You know, you're paying what, $200 for that bottle or close to it. It's like $189, something like that. You know, at least here in South Florida.
I can get a little bit cheaper than that here. And the first time I had it was when you came down. I got a bottle for us, and And the first time I tasted it, and I'm really not a Scotch drinker. I'm not a huge fan of Scotch. I think it's very it's very peaty. It's very, gives you that sour face when you drink it a little bit for me. But that one did not, and it,
But it's crazy because it has very. It's so funny because with that particular whiskey, right? That Scotch, it's like the peatiness. It gets on the tip of your palate and then it disappears just as fast.
Right.
And it just is super smooth, and that's what makes that really scary because it's so damn smooth. You could go 3, 4, into it, and it's like unbelievable.
Have you dancing in the streets?
And I can never pronounce it right, but that was it Glenn? How do you say it? Glenfiddich?
Glenlivet, or it's Glenfiddich or Glenlivet. Well, there's
like the Glenfiddich 12. I like that.
Yeah. A cigar blend whiskey is simply a whiskey made to pair especially well with cigars, usually by a richer, bolder, sweeter, and more full body than average.
Yeah,
ChatGPT.
And that's kind of what we were saying. Maybe it has the flavors that pair well with cigars, and
But yeah, but like I was talking prior to the doggone in regards to the TPA, I'm looking forward to honestly meet, because we're on a Zoom every Wednesday, and we get to speak to a lot of people from different states on that. I am looking forward to meeting a couple of these people face to face. I'm excited that we are the podcast that will be out there hosting the event, and we'll be talking to, I think it's like 22, 23 brands now.
Right.
So, look forward to that. And of course, we're going to also be talking to the people that are there, that are walking around, that the actual people that are coming to support the TPA and buy some smokes. And what are you guys looking forward to, with the TPA the most? I'll start with you, PC.
I'm really looking forward to, some of the cigars that's going to be presented. I'm really excited to sit down and talk to a lot of the cigar makers and just to have a great time, man. Spend some time with my boys while, like we normally do every 6 months out the year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
How about you, Don?
So for me, again, it's meeting all the people that we see every Wednesday night. It's the inaugural fest of something that I think could be really big.
Mhm.
I think it's getting to hang out with guys like Rue and Pedro and Val and hanging out with you guys and Ish is going to be there and all the brands that are going to be there that we don't know personally, that we get to face to face and I'll be honest, I haven't tried all their cigars, and so getting some of their cigars and trying them out and then talking to them and finding out on the podcast part of it, finding out their story. Where how did they start? What are they what are they looking to do? That kind of stuff is exciting to me. And then of course hanging out with like PC said, hanging out with my boys and doing our thing that we do every couple of months and seeing where that takes us.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. How about you, JJ?
Well, I mean, first of all, I get to show up back in Florida with them skins on. I'm gonna have those pants extra starched. And like I said, first and foremost, the boys will be back together under one roof. I get to roll old Egghead Rob around. It's going to be some fun. If he's still in here, and like I said, there's going to be a lot of cigars here I have never tried, and just pick at the brains of the the owners. And, get to see you and Val and Pedro again and be dope, and there's a lot to look forward to. It's like Don said, this is the first meeting that could lead to something very big, and it's exciting.
And the other thing for me too is it'll be the first real opportunity that we have to have our cigar on the market kind of deal, and just to see how well that does, and if people like them as much as we do, and as much as our friends have told us that they like it, and again, no feedback is bad feedback. If but I think getting our cigar out there a little bit to some people that may not have tried it is exciting for me too.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to all of that. But and obviously, I'm a little nervous about it because there's some investments in regards to the time that we put into this, right? And I want to give credit where credit's due. And I've said this on the TPA meeting, and I'll say it here. If it wasn't because of the guys and from Hayes Gray and Val, because we're doing it in their backyard in Pensacola. These guys have spearheaded this thing all the way. I've had my share of being, obviously I'm part of the committee, and I had my share of doing this and that, but nothing in comparison to what these people have done. The hustle, bustle, of them going out there, every cutting light they do, they're out there pushing, the TPA. I foresee, I think Saturday, which is the last day, Saturday is where the big show up is going to be. Yeah. Because it is a 3-day somewhat event. Thursday is the meet and greet. You get to meet all the brand owners and accessory owners at the brewery. And then Friday, we get to do the cutting, the rolling with the VIP. Then we get in an hour early. And obviously, Ish is doing that. We have the pairing class that's on Saturday also with the VIP. But on Friday, afterwards, the VIP ticket includes a dinner. You know what I mean? So, right. You show me an event that your ticket purchase is always a separate. We've seen that, right? We see, especially with the Great Smoke. You purchase your ticket with Great Smoke, and there's always that one in particular from the Great Smoke that has to have a dinner just for him, and it's like $175. Yeah. Ooh. Right, exactly. So, yeah, it is.
I'm about to drop a name.
But yeah, like I said, I'm looking forward to obviously, hanging out with my boys and just being out there and seeing something that I've been talking to you guys for a long time, in regards to, having some partake the actual promotion aspect of the event, and I am definitely looking forward to it. Obviously, we have DJs, we're going to have games. We have a bunch of raffles, man. Holy crap, we have a bunch of raffles. So I'm hoping for a big showing because obviously if it goes well, obviously we're talking about going to other states. We would love to go to Dallas, or not Dallas, to Texas. We'd love to go to Georgia. We'd love to go even, probably Kansas or something like that there. JJ, and other locations, we would absolutely love to go out there and build this community. And obviously boutique, right? Because we're all supporting boutique hard. And I think we've all been on that super kick the last year, probably 2 years now, so I'm looking forward to see these guys flourish and Hayes Gray, as always.
And I look at it like this, man. You'll get an opportunity to see how the cigar community has changed and what, people do differently in different states and stuff like that. And you'll get a whole different experience of how they do it in the Pensacola, Florida, in the Panhandle area. So that's going to be interesting, man. That's going to be like I say, an experience or whatever. So I look forward to, that.
The other thing too is, we all work hard for a living. We all do our own thing. We all work hard. It's nice just to have a long weekend off and be able to enjoy what we love and the people we love and just enjoy it, enjoy the camaraderie of it, and the time off and those things, I always hate planning trips because, the work up to the trip is so much and then the trip's over before you know it. I hate that, but the experience that you get when you're there is just second to none,
Exactly.
I agree. Man, guys, can you believe it's already an hour?
That was
this
was a boosto.
Yeah, that I had to let the other one go. No, Don, you still smoking the same one? Let me see. Wow, that's impressive, ladies and gentlemen. That marked today, August 21st, 2026 at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Don smoked one cigar
in an hour.
in an hour.
Yep.
But so yeah, guys. Any once again, JJ, who do we have on Tuesday?
Oliver Naveau from what the heck?
United Cigars.
United Cigar. I about called him Universal Cigars from United Cigars. You know, and he like I said, he sent us some absolute bangers to pick through. You know, he's a cool dude. We've got to spend quite a bit of time with him through the Discords, and I'm excited to have him on and pick his brain. And
it's going to be interesting. So hopefully you guys come and join us this coming Tuesday. As always, 7 Central, 8 Eastern. That's on YouTube and on Facebook Live. Guys, as always, you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. We're moving up. We're almost at that 700 mark.
we're getting there.
We're almost at that 700 mark, so that's good. You know, we're doing it the right way. You know what I mean? And
I don't know, guys. I've thought about it. I just if we need a bump in numbers, you know.
See, I wasn't gonna say nothing.
We're doing it organically.
Yeah, we are doing it organically. You know, and that is a topic to talk about in regards to, you know, doing it organically, or just paying for it. But there is some negative aspects of you purchasing subscribers. I'm just saying.
It's just like the cigar. It's low burn, and we want to be able to enjoy it.
Absolutely, man. Good, bad, or indifferent. It's natural. It's it's organic. It's ours. You know what I mean?
The thing about it, man, when you do it the way that we're doing it, you become family of the Leaf and Ash. Mm-hmm. So when you do it any other way, you don't know what you did, what you're getting.
No, yeah, you do, a bunch of bots. But anyways, guys, we love you guys. We appreciate each and every one of you guys that stick around this long with us on a pop-up on a Friday. Catch us, like I said, Tuesday. Share it, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. As always, guys, peace.